Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where I'm currently trying to finish off as many loose ends as I possibly can, and I've been pondering very hard if there's anything else that I can do that I haven't done so far. And well, except for the two books that I still want to read, there's one thing that I remembered that I still could do, and that is that one bunker door over here that we found a while ago. It had like a very high skill check, and it was a red check, so I didn't want to attempt it. I was hoping that maybe I get some bonus points for some stuff that I do, and then I can make another attempt. So I guess I will try it now, even if I will probably fail it if I haven't gotten any new points or whatever. Let's have a look at it.
An old door, worn by elements,
Yep.
guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Nothing has changed here at all. I guess I will still try to increase my interfacing a little bit if I can. But I mean, I already have my +2 interfacing gloves, and I'm not sure if I have anything else that would help me to increase my interfacing. Let me have a quick look at it. I mean, this is taking longer and longer each time, since I have so many different pieces of clothes, so yeah, but I think I have nothing else to increase interfacing. It's just the gloves. That is a pity. Yeah, I mean, these are +1. Don't help me. Okay, so I could use some drugs, but it will only increase my chances marginally, so I won't bother.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Alright, let's try it. Impossible.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Well, I guess the door's shut tight. How can we get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into like everywhere. Come on, we even got into the light-bending guy's container, but you're saying we can't get in here? Yeah, I mean, why do you think that this is like the limit of our exploration? This seems rather random.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
That's not good enough. I cannot accept that.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
But that's who I am, who we are. I'm not gonna accept this. The door could be part of the investigation. I mean, it hasn't been opened in a long time, so it's probably not part of our investigation. But I mean, it is who I am.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it.
Yeah, apparently I can't even use the super opener that I used for the ice machine. I think I did try this the last time, and it didn't increase my chances.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
He looks at the door with a rueful smile.
At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
Well, it might, but I don't think I will have the time or the XP to actually internalize another thought. God damn it, it cannot be a disgrace. That door on the coast, you remember the one, right? The one that leads to the abandoned supply depot. Why in the name of all that's holy does it not open? Why? There has to be a way to get through that unopenable door. By God, you're the police. All doors are supposed to open before you. What will the others in the precinct think if you can't open a goddamn door? Yeah, I guess that's not going to happen. I mean, the research time is actually fairly short, but I do not have a skill point, and I'm not sure where to find like 16 more skill points. Maybe once I'm back from the island I should have enough XP to do this, but I kind of want to use like one more for suggestion and maybe talk to Lillian again. So yeah, the door will have to wait since I can't think of anything else to do to gain more XP. Right, anyway, before we continue, let's actually read the 2 remaining books, and I guess we will continue with the next Man from Hjarmdal book. The Man from Hjarmdal and the Devil Woman. The frontispiece of this old paperback features a muscle man in chains kneeling before a salacious-looking woman on a regal seat. A bonfire lies between the throne and the man, casting shadows on the wall, and the shadow of the vixen's headdress looks like a pair of demonic horns. Let's read it.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Hjarmdal man.
Alright, let's have a look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Hjarmdal returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Hjarmdal can mount a rescue...
Isn't that his brother? Why do you just refer to him as comrade?
He is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Hjarmdal be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
Well, only one way to find out.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Hjarmdal, wielding his 2 Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield.
As you do.
Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written?
Rhetoric is not impressed.
You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 1938.
Okay, so it's not that long ago, I guess? Oh shit, gritty and heroic. Let's give this a chance. Ooh, vulgar. Close the book. No, let's keep on reading. Let's give this a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Hjarmdala tribe. From the village of Hjarmdal, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Alright, give me more.
Man from Hjarmdal rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
I'm sure he will, but let's see.
The steel muscles of Man from Hjarmdal gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is so me. Really get into the book. Uh-oh, I'm done. I mean, this is totally not you, Harry, but the whole point of reading stuff like this is to pretend that it is you, right? So let's really get into the book.
A passage reads, The man from Hjarmdal looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Hjarmdal will never succumb to your seductive wiles.
Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress, really? This is amazing.
Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
Really? I mean, isn't that what you've been doing all this time anyway? You know, leading armies against cannibals and so on. I'm not sure about the pleasing her part, but I'm sure he has been pleasing other women, so this seems like right up his alley, is it not?
This is beyond primitive.
Wow, this is epic. I kept hoping it would get better, but the writing is terrible and repetitive. Yeah, I guess it is, but like I said, let's just get into this.
In the final pages, man from Heimdall mounts Gallavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Okay, so another cliffhanger, and again, I do not have the continuation. What a pity. Well, I think I like the first one better, actually. So, let's just put the man from Heimdall to rest, and let's deal with a somewhat more dry topic. I know there was like a book about innocences, right? Where exactly is it? Okay, book The Greatest Innocence. Let's have a look at this one. This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocences. It is written by one João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego, a masked fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which of the innocences is the coolest in the world. Alright, let's see what his conclusion is.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Alright, let's have a look inside.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain.
Okay.
You can do it. It'll be worth it. There's something here.
Well, if you say so, Endurance.
Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time.
What?
Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
A pop quiz? Yeah, sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go.
Okay.
Question 1. Who was the first innocence?
How am I supposed to know that? I haven't actually read the book. At least you didn't show me what's inside the book.
Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
That's so. Alright, go on. Give me all the hints you got. Well, I hope that Encyclopedia can help me with that. Let's go. Solar Dolores Day. I'm pretty sure it wasn't her. The Pericarnassian, you know, I didn't really absorb anything from what I just read. I literally didn't, because the game didn't show it to me. But let's see what Encyclopedia can do for me here.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila! Now blast that first innocence.
Well, that is completely useless. I didn't need to know what a pop quiz is. I need to know some intros on innocences.
Thanks for nothing.
Yes, indeed.
Dolores Day. Dolores.
Okay, pain threshold says it's Dolores Day. But I seem to remember that she was not the first. Let's go for the Pericanesian.
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aura.
Okay, so gold was very important to him.
As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party.
All right.
Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Okay, I'm going to give you another chance, Encyclopedia. I trust you've got my back.
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general, at least the parts that matter.
Again, entirely useless. Yes, so interesting, but I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary.
Okay.
The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No.
Damn. Great.
Why don't you just tell me the answer? I guess you don't know. Just say so if you don't know.
Dolores.
Yeah, pain threshold just keeps saying Dolores, but it was wrong the first time, so it might not be correct now. I mean, Encyclopedia does mention military power, and I know that Franco Negro has something to do with, like, the infantry, so maybe it's actually Franco Negro here.
Correct.
Yes.
Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
All right.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue.
All right.
Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
The false innocence.
Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
Well, I guess I will give you yet another chance, but I'm not holding my breath. You're going to be helpful this time. I could use a hint. And, I mean, the thing is, I am passing all these skill checks, so it's not like my encyclopedia isn't high enough. Even with the points that I have, you know, encyclopedia just isn't helpful. But let's see.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericanesian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
I mean, this answer would have helped me for the first question when the answer was the Pericanesian. But now it doesn't help at all. Sigh heavily out loud.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like the hint for the first question.
At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Yeah, pain threshold is... Sure, it's not Dolores, and I'm guessing that in this instance, pain threshold is correct because we would have heard about this. I mean, just judging from the names, Stepan the Despicable seems like the most obvious name for false innocence. So this might be a red herring, but since I have no idea what else it could be, I'm going for this one.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erino Pasternak. Would you try again?
Okay, so Kedra is apparently a place, which means it might be Pasternak, since he is despotic. So let's try this.
Correct.
There we go.
There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erino Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra.
So I guess the name Stepan the Despicable was a little bit too obvious of a red herring, huh?
Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
I mean, based on everything I have learned in this game so far, I'm guessing this is actually Dolores Day.
I've got it. Honest.
Okay, let's see what you have to say about this.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
Well, I kinda doubt it. I think you're mixing up your sources again.
Zero doubts.
Well, I don't believe you.
While it was actually her.
I mean, we already used Franco Negro and Erno Pasternak as answers for other questions, so yeah, I guess it's gotta be Dolores Day this time.
Correct.
There we
The
go.
Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful. And more beautiful. And more beautiful.
Why is Pain Threshold in particular so obsessed with her, I wonder?
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get...
Okay, I mean, I feel I wasn't that bad. I answered 3 out of 4 questions correctly the first time, and 1 question correctly the second time.
a B. Good enough. Everyone misses a few from time to time.
Okay, I'll take it.
You would have done better if you just dialed the Dolores Day down a bit.
I mean, I only picked Dolores Day once, and that was when it was actually the correct answer. So that was not the problem, Inland Empire. But yeah, good enough. Take that, you book.
Huh? Take what?
Oh, he actually said that out aloud. I put this book in its place, that's what. I'm so goddamn smart, never mind thinking aloud. I totally put that book in its place.
Uh-huh.
The lieutenant looks at you with his usual lithic mask of a face.
You are really just talking to yourself. It is quite silly.
I guess it is. So, let's put the book away. Okay, well, lots of information here. Not sure if that is ever going to be useful to me. But, who knows? Who knows? So, now that this is done, I guess I will return to the fishing village and then we will talk to Lillian about her boat, so we can travel to the island. So, let's see if I can fast travel from here. Yes, I can. Alright. Lillian, let's talk.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Well, I was kinda shot.
You're not limping. You're you.
But you're still a limping you.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why? You got shot. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty bad, as it. You would have liked it. I'm a cop. I don't merely exist in this world. I live in the between life and death. Some people hurt me. I wanted to talk to you about something else, your boat. Yeah, I got shot in the foot.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
Yep, that's probably what you heard.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged the second shot. I can also get not shot. That is true. As a matter of fact, I would argue that dodging the shot was significantly more impressive than getting shot. Also, technically, I dodged the shot first, and then I got shot. So it was kind of like the other way around. You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. Oh, I thought they all died. Have I misremembered that? Anyway, doesn't matter. I dodged one of the shots, so there's that.
Well, good for you.
And yeah, you should see the other guys.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Most cops are killers. I was a killer long before this happened. I'm not a killer, I'm a cop. Scoff in a masculine manner. Yeah, I have killed people before, so this wasn't the first time.
I've always taken you for one, that's for sure. Not a lot of RCM men who aren't killers.
Right, anyway, I have some questions for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I still can't do anything about that. Like I said, if I get another skill point, then I will put it in the suggestion and I will give this another try, but I'm still missing like 16 XP. So, I need to get to the island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection? What's on the island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars. Yes, can we borrow your boat, maybe?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
All right, it's a deal.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Not along attentively. What if I wanna rock? You mean rock the boat?
See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100% rock-free skiff. You got that?
Okay, got it. Anyway, can you tell me what's on that island?
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I saw through the binoculars myself.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
That's a good question. You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there.
All right.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
Can you tell me more about these drinking buddies?
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
Right.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids? Well, probably her kids, right?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
New task. Ask Lillian's twins about the island. Oh, well, maybe I should be doing that before I actually leave for the island.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Well, I noticed that I spoke to them before. Is there anything else I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Alright, thanks for the advice.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And I guess I'm going to use that dialogue option about the bacterial infection as well.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
Indeed.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
Anyway, thank you for lending me your boat.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Alright, aye aye, Captain. Okay, so we actually did get another task. Lillian mentioned they might have been there on a raft. The twins are on the concrete yard in the middle of the village. Yes, I know where to find them. So let's see if they can tell me anything of interest.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Alright, kids, you've been to that island, I heard.
On that island?
Yes, that one. I need to know what's there. No, some other island, of course. That one. Nope, on that one.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
Okay.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
You make a fire. You can do that.
Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets.
Huh.
Or not real bullets. Empty bullets.
Okay.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Yeah, I mean, if they have been there since the shooting, they may have tampered with any evidence that we might find if they picked up, like, bullet shells and so on. So, tell me more about that.
I don't know what these are.
Well, bullet shells. Okay, so what do you do with these shells?
They're nice. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
The fire guy?
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy.
Okay, so there's someone else on that island, you say?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Okay, well, that is actually some interesting information. Someone lives on the island. You mentioned something about lights. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? Okay, so someone lives there, you say?
No.
What? But I mean, you just said that there's a fire guy.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Okay, so why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
Okay, makes perfect sense. Shouldn't he be the anti-fire guy in that case? So why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Well, this actually makes me more curious about this guy.
Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
Very suspicious. So you mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think.
Okay, so why is he on that island?
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
Okay, so you don't seem to agree on that specific subject.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Okay.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled. We shouldn't be there.
Okay, so he came, he told you to put out the fire, he yelled at you and you just ran away, which might have been the smart idea. So your father used to go to that island as well, right?
Our father killed himself.
Oh, I didn't know that you were so blunt about this. So maybe this guy is like one of his old drinking buddies and he's still on the island for some reason.
Don't say that. He didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Your father did not kill himself. He killed himself, all right. Say nothing. I honestly don't remember exactly what Lillian told me about him. I thought he kind of died at sea, but maybe it was like suicide. But I guess I will go with your father did not kill himself.
I don't know.
The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
Well, I think you would have noticed that if he was the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Well, I guess you're right about that. So, is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? Well, the boy says, rubbing his eyes, it's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Yes, we totally should. Okay, well, that is actually another task done. Still need 6 points for another skill point. But I wouldn't know where to find these 6 points, so I guess I will just take the boat and we will finally go to the island.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. SRV made. This machine represents humanitarian aid from a workers' state on the Samaran Isola. The ROO logo on the engine gives it away. That and a white 5-pointed star.
So you know stuff like that, but not who like the strongest innocences? Great.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Okay, that sounds like another warning about some kind of point of no return or point where, you know, stuff will not be available anymore. But I mean, I can't think of anything else that I can do. I talked to everyone. I tried the skill check that I can try again. I wish I could find like 6 more XP so I get like another skill point and, I don't know, try that one skill check with Lillian again, but I wouldn't know where to find these 6 XP, so I guess we will go to the island. Let's do it.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
I think I have.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Okay, so how do we get back? This banged up old thing, it's ROOA72. You take the engine, Kim. I hold the boombox. Get in and ride to the island. I'm not ready yet. Leave. Well, I guess I will go to the island because, like I said, I can't think of anything else to do. So yeah, I know exactly what kind of model this is.
It'll float.
It'll float indeed.
He's too banged up himself to talk with you.
Alright, I guess you will take the engine and I will, for whatever reason, hold the boombox.
What?
Yes, I'm as confused as you are, Kim. What? How else do we blast ZFM on our way to the island? You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself. Say nothing. Okay, so apparently we're going to listen to radio on our way to the island.
Fine. Let's blast that FM then.
Okay, let's do it.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
That doesn't seem very disco, though. Anyway, let's go. Let's go to the island. Anything that I haven't done so far, I guess, will remain unresolved. I hope I haven't missed anything important. Let's go. He's actually holding his boombox. I can't do anything here. I can't steer. I can't zoom. So I guess we will just watch them float towards the island and listen to sad music. You're going straight for that iceberg, or... Okay, now he's actually turning around. Harry probably thinks he's like really badass standing on the boat like that with his boombox. So what is that bird doing flying around my head? Okay, is this like the island? It's gotta be, right? And I guess we made it.
Comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Okay, well, that was an interesting and oddly long sequence.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
And of course, now I actually get those missing XP that I would need for one more suggestion. Now the question is, do I want to invest it into something? Do I want to keep it as an emergency point? Do I want to try another thought? I have no idea. I will have to think about this. So I will think about this in between episodes. Let's climb out of the boat. And in the next episode we will explore this island. Alright, there we are, on the island. Why haven't we checked out this place earlier? I mean, we clearly had the lead to go here fairly early after we, calculated all these different places where the shot could have come from. So I feel we should have gone here much, much earlier. But we're here now, so we will have a look at this place in the next episode. But for now, let's call it a day as always. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.